back to another video, you guys. Okay, it's Sunday. Sunday means budget update. And I didn't think I had a ton to update, but I did get some money in. And so we're going to bring you guys along for what we did with that money. I didn't get a ton of money in, but I did get some. Let me go back and make sure. Okay. I got a kid's deposit. I did get a one mom revenue affiliate deposit. And so I needed to manage those couple of transactions. I will say this, right? I was asking myself today, are we ever going to get ourselves to a forward progression, right? Is it ever going to be forward progressing? And the truth is, this past May was tough and June is tough, right? We have just gotten through graduation with all of Jackson's things that he had. Hey, friend. Hey, Kim. And so the challenge when you don't really, because I don't really do a lot of celebrations or things like that where I have to manage money or plan money. How do you know how to plan for graduation brunch, right? I didn't have to. Let me rephrase. I paid for my brunch, Jackson's brunch, and then a friend of ours, my older lady friend, she's in her 70s. I paid for hers as well. Then I also, no, that's wrong. I paid for the girls. Hey now, good to see y'all. I paid for the girls. Dad paid for the boys. Mom paid for the girls. So I paid for Alana's meal and she got 2 different things. I paid for Shamika's meal. She got 2 different things. I paid for my meal and I paid for, hey everybody, a friend of ours, my 70-plus-year-old friend, I paid for her lunch. And then whoever got a drink. I think everybody got a drink. She just does water. So I paid brunch for that one meal on graduation day on Thursday was $100. Now, you're not going to see any of this on my budget sheet yet because I use my credit card. I will put it on the budget sheet eventually when it's time to pay the credit card. Now, I have 2 credit cards that I use. One comes due the 4th of the month and one comes due the 13th of the month. So the 4th of the month, that credit card was clear. So I just put all of the expenses that we had that came up on that card. The 13th, I still have about $68 that I need to pay on that credit card from the last month, right? So I'm just kind of playing catch up. So my question to myself is, are we ever going to get right side up? And here I am thinking, of course you are, Shakima. You're going to get right side up because you don't have anything else coming up. Not true. New student orientation comes up. And Jackson and I will be gone for 3 days. We'll be gone for 3 days. We have to travel a day early because it's so far. And we have to be at check-in for the rooms, for dorms at 7 a.m. So we'll be on the road the night before. And then we will leave. We're staying with a friend. So I didn't have to pay for a hotel. Praise the Lord. So I'm staying with a friend and we'll leave their house at about 5:30 the morning of, but I still have to have gas. We still have to eat on the way. Fortunately, I paid for the new student orientation guest fee. So any meals that we need to incur for those 2 days that we're on campus will be included because I did pay for that. And here's the thing. See, Holy Spirit will teach you. He'll teach you how to be dependent and lean on him, because I'm thinking I'm still going to have to put this on my credit card, and I am, but I still have a college fund set up for Jackson. So because I'm driving and I need gas, and because I might have to buy food, and because there's anything he may need in addition for those 2 days, I have a college fund for that. And I'm thinking I got to come up with that money. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I've been saving that money a long time. And I've only really taken out what he's needed. I did a new student orientation. We did the yes, we're coming to your college fee. And we did the housing deposit. So those are the 3 things for college so far that I've taken out of that money. Everything else has come out of my money. I haven't taken anything else out of there. However, for those 3 days we have to be gone, I can pull money out of that, because I was going to be stressing out like, Lord, how in the world am I going to pay for that on top of all the other things? Because there's so many things. Outside of that, we did get a deposit for my Paper Sunday. So if any of you use my Paper Sunday link, I'm not even sure how people are still using the link, but thank y'all so much. I thought that I was going to get a certain number. I saw 288, which made me think, okay, that money was supposed to pay out 45 days. Well, I got paid, but it was not the 288. So they must have had some money in holding, just because in case people want to send back something or return or whatever, and they need to refund that money. That money comes out of my commissions. It doesn't come out of, it comes out of whatever. They put a hold on a certain amount for a certain amount of days. So I didn't get that amount. I did get enough, though, to put in for my car insurance, and I'll share with you what I did with that. Typically, at the first of the month, I've been getting like 2 child support payments at one time. Did not happen this time. I only got 1. And I'm like, wow, okay, that's a little different, but it is what it is, right? We're going to live our best life and not worry about it. Okay, back to graduation. So on Thursday, we did brunch, and I paid for my meal, Shamika's meal, Alana's meal. The girls got 2 separate things. I just got 1 appetizer, just like a sample platter of a little bit of everything. But the girls got 2 things apiece. So that was probably like 4 meals, and then my friend's meal and my meal. So 6 meals. That was $100. When I added in the tip, it's like $100. And we took 20 people deep, y'all, to that brunch, and that girl got her tips. So I'm hopeful, because we had one little waitress. She got her tips in. So we were there for quite a long while, and she got her stuff in. So praise God. Then on Friday, I had to go to a leadership luncheon. I thought I was going to have to pay for that. Didn't have to end up paying for that. Friday night, my elderly friend took me, Alana, Shamika, and Trandon out to eat. Jackson was at a graduation party for one of his friends, and so we didn't have to pay for that meal. But on Saturday, because my boyfriend could not come to graduation, first of all, we didn't have enough tickets, right? He was not going to get a ticket. He's not been in Jackson's life long enough to get a ticket. Although I would have loved having his support there. That would have been great, but it wasn't a thing. He ended up having to work anyway. So he couldn't come to brunch. He couldn't do all the things that I would have liked for him to be able to do. So what ended up happening was we scheduled for him to come on Saturday, and we did a bruncheon bowl. You guys will see a vlog for the bruncheon bowl coming up in a couple weeks. So myself, all of my kids, so that's 5 of us, my boyfriend, my sister, another friend of ours, we all went out to bowl on Saturday. And for that, I paid for 3 bowling. So my bowling, my boyfriend's bowling, and Jackson's. He was more than happy to pay for his own. And I said, no, it's no problem. I'm paying today, because we're going out this weekend coming up, and he's paying. So that's how we do it. He does not ever expect me to pay. He always pays, but I try to jump in every now and then when I'm able. So I took care, and it was $16 for 3, so $48 for the bowling. Then we planned table snacks. So I planned table snacks for everybody that was there. He bought his own lunch. My boyfriend bought his own separate lunch. I bought wings ×2, all the sample platters ×2, and then I bought fries ×2. So I ended up paying another $100 at Brunch and Bowl. Now, most people would say, well, Shakima, if you don't have the money, why are you spending it? I will get money in to take care of it. No problem. It's just having it up front. And I think that's why some people do have credit cards, but I make sure to go ahead and pay before the due date on the credit card. So by the time that date comes around, there'll be a zero balance. It's not a thing. It's going to be paid. But I wanted to be able to celebrate my kid, right? Just as best as I could, as best as we could as a family. Everybody paid for their own drinks. Like I said, Babe paid for his own lunch. I don't even think he ate any of our snacks. He paid for his lunch separately. We just had table snacks for whoever was there. There was no, okay, this is yours, this is yours. It was just samples, appetizers, that type of thing. If they wanted something different than what I purchased, and I'd already planned this out weeks ahead, I said, here's the menu, pick off this menu, appetizers. They had to pay for their own meal, and the kids paid for their own bowling except Jackson. So I paid for that. So again, that was another, $150. So that's $250 I got to come up with. It's no problem. It'll get taken care of. A-okay, no worries. That just means that there won't be a lot of other spending, right? Whereas I might have wanted to do a couple other things, there would not be a ton of that. And we just have to be okay. We're going to start feeling relief soon. Update on my car. Brother Wayne did come over and check my car. So I took that. I was trying to give him a little something just for coming over. I gave him money out of my gas money because I had some cash. So I gave him some money out of the gas money. And I put gas in the car, but I gave him half of that just for coming to look. He didn't see anything that was, worrisome at the moment. The car still runs. It just idles high a little bit, and we're just going to keep an eye on it. He said it probably could be the alternator, but again, an alternator replacement is still cheaper than buying a whole new car. And if I can get, as long as I can get out of my car, is how long I'm going to get out of it. And that's just how that's going to be. So I'm very fortunate to not have to incur any additional expenses right now, but we are looking at it. And I did ask Brother Wayne if he would give me an estimate of what it would cost me if the alternator had to be replaced plus his work time. I'm going to weigh that against taking it to the dealership. Probably still going to be cheaper to do it this way than take to the dealership, but we'll see. If I don't feel comfortable and I want maybe a warranty or something, I will take it to the dealership, but I know I'm looking at 2 to 3 times more at the dealership. And that might not be something that I can afford at the moment. Anything with my motor, that's going to the dealership because I had issues. That's how I had issues with my last car, and they messed me up just going to one of these little, places, but it wasn't the dealership. So anything like that, dealership straight off, and we'll pay whatever we need to pay. But it's still cheaper than buying a whole new car, which I'll take at this point. It's a Toyota. It can drive for hundreds of thousands of miles. Some people still driving Toyotas to half a million miles. And listen, I'm gonna drive mine till we get something else, till we drive something else. Okay, so let's jump into the numbers. I know that may not be everybody's. When I first started this channel, I'm gonna jump to these numbers in a minute. But when I first started this channel, I was not a credit card person, and I'm still not. However, it has proven helpful to me to have some way to pay up front, even though I have to come in back on the back end and pay off the credit card. Eventually, we're going to be right side again, where I'm not having to use my credit card as much. But I feel like as long as I'm using the card, if I have the money that's going to come in to take care of it, then I'm okay. Any money that comes in that is for child support, it will go to pay those things because that's what it's for. It's for Jackson, and all of those things were for Jackson. Even though we were there to participate with him, there's a plenty of things that I have gotten Jackson over all of his lifetime to be able to make up for whatever I may have to spend just in these last week to get him through graduation. Speaking of that, I did get him. We are now, how I've had to work this in my brain, right, is get through one event at a time. We are now done with graduation. He is officially graduated. Jackson graduated magna cum laude. He had National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society. He had honor graduate. He had CTE concentrator, NC scholar, North Carolina scholar. So he had all of those things. He had several cords, all the things. Now that we are done with graduation, my next little line item of business is getting him prepped and ready for college. So we are going back. Several people blessed Jackson with money for school, and I told him that money was for things he needed on his list for college. Well, you should be buying that. I should, and I will buy some of the things that we can't, that we, that money won't cover. But he did get graduation gifts. He got two Amazon gift cards. So we went on and picked, he wanted a new pair of shoes, he wanted a skateboard, and then we got the travel bags to pack up for his dorm room. So those two Amazon gift cards plus a little bit out of my account paid for those things because he didn't have enough in those gift cards. So the next thing is to go to new student orientation, figure out everything we need. One of his family members had a refrigerator that we could have used, but they are now banning the double refrigerators. It just is the little one now. There's no more the freezer and the fridge type thing. They're not letting us have those. And so we couldn't grab that one from the family. We're now going to have to purchase. No problem. We have the list of things I think he needs. Once we go to new student orientation, they tell us what he actually needs. We'll reconcile those lists and we'll begin to make those purchases if I don't already have it. I was able to go through my stockpile and my stash. I found first aid kit. I found extra pain medications, cold medications. I was able to get this week through Dollar General a Swiffer mop set, all brand new, all the cleaning supplies he could ever want. I just have to get rags now. Several of you all have gone through his registry. We got sheets. Somebody just purchased his duvet cover that came in. We've got lamps and chargers and just so many things that people sent to us. His book bag, his shower caddy, shower shoes, just things that you all wanted him to have, and we appreciate that. So now we'll take the list and we'll go through. Dad and I will go through and figure out what needs to be purchased. The biggest purchase he has to have is his computer. And because we're not sure what computer he'll need for the School of Engineering, we're waiting to purchase that towards school starting because we want to get the right thing. I don't want to just purchase something that's not enough gigabytes of RAM. You already know how the trouble I've had with laptops. So I'm going to make sure I know exactly what the School of Engineering is requiring for him to bring, and then we will make sure that we get what he needs. Will I have to take money out of that college fund? I might. And if I do, it's going for his college. So I'm not going to concern myself. Sometimes in my brain, I get down on myself because I'm not able to just pull that out of my money, right? I want Jackson to have all of his money. Well, listen, Shakima, you've saved that money for college. That's the purpose. That's the point. And so I have to let myself off the hook from feeling guilty if I have to use some of his college money for his college stuff. He's got to have books. Where are we going to find the money? He got money for everything. Books were not covered. So we'll pay for the books, right? That comes out of that college fund. I have to just keep my eyes on the prize. You've saved. Jackson has his own separate savings account that he puts money in from his work. So those monies are not the same. But I just have to let myself off the hook from that. I think I've caught y'all up on everything. Let's go and look at these numbers very quickly. Okay. All right. So here is our budget sheet from June. So you see my monthly payroll, $3,342.84. Now, we did get a kid's deposit. Let me look to see how much that was. Okay, our thing just went through our bank thing just went through a major update. Okay, let me see. Debited from. Why won't that let me see what that is? I'm not. Okay, we're gonna move along. Okay, we got a deposit of $216.46. I just want to make sure that was correct, and that came on June the 3rd. So I always like to write that down so I will know. Insert a note. So that was 6/3 to 1646. Okay. Then I got a deposit from PayPal. I was expecting 288. That did not happen. It actually ended up being 166. No, it ended up being 164.75. So let me count. 185.13 and 164.75. So that's going to give me 349.88. And I'll do a note there. So 185.13 was from YouTube. And then 164.75 was from Paper Sunday. Okay, that's what we got so far. I did remember to do my reimbursement. So those of you who have who reminded me, I do appreciate that. I did get that done. And then we just received today, one of you lovelies sent Jackson a graduation gift. That will go straight to Jackson. So I will not put that on my sheet. I will actually transfer it over to his Cash App. Jackson does have Cash App. Let me see. Because somebody may ask me, and maybe you don't want me to be involved, and I am perfectly happy not being involved. Although he does, his Cash App is linked to my Cash App. So if anybody's interested, if you're interested, not that you have to, but if anybody's interested and you do not want me to be involved, I am perfectly happy not being involved. I just need to find his Cash App. Okay, this is what it is. It don't make any sense to me, but it makes sense to him, right? Okay. Does not have to be a thing, but if anybody is interested, then I don't have to be the middle person if you're interested in that. However, I will know if something comes to that Cash App because it'll just tell me that, right? Just because his is linked to mine because he's still a minor. So if you send something, we appreciate that ahead of time. But if you don't want me to be involved, I'm fine with that. And if you don't want to send anything, I'm fine with that. All of the well wishes were very good. We appreciate that. All right. So let's go to the week of with that 3rd, right? Because money came in on the 3rd for child support. So let me make sure that I did not put it in yet. I did not. Okay, the 3rd of June was a Wednesday. Okay, so automatically off top, I'm going to put in $22 and then $11, which is what I believe I did. Okay. What would I do? I'm trying to figure, I'm looking at something on here that I can't remember why I did that. Because I don't see what I typically give. 4, 5. Okay, I gave $17 there. There's a strange number that I'm trying to figure out where that came from. And I can't find it right now. That money was that. Why was there another? Okay. All right. I put money in Jackson's account. Let me go up to find that. Because I did put money in Jackson's account. Let me go back to my other. To my bank account. It'll tell me exactly what I'm looking at. Okay. Okay, today is the 7th. I'm going to scroll over. My Netflix came out. So I'll go ahead and take that out. Okay. I bought something for the dogs. Okay, that was $7.30. It's a comb brush thing because they are in the middle of molting season and they are molting really bad. All right. Oh, I know what that was. Okay. Jackson gave me gas money today. Jackson gave me 50, he gave me $70, but I gave sister 15. So I'm needing to pay tax, tithe off this, which I didn't do. I'll write it down. This is gas money from Jackson. It's 55, and that was 6, 7. Okay. All right. So I need to do $6. Okay. Lots going on, y'all. We had a coworker retire, and so I sent $20 for her gift. That was for a coworker retirement. Which is why I went on Friday, because we had a luncheon for that coworker. I needed a couple hair products. So personal. I needed a couple of hair products that I did not have. Okay. Back down. Fitness Your Way came out on the 6th, which was this one. That was my gym. That was my Healthways gym. That's mom's gym. So that came out. Okay. From the money that Jackson gave me today, I don't typically buy clothing, but I did buy some today. And I think I changed that totally. I think I changed that. I did. I'm just going to put it up here at personal care. I went to the Goodwill with the girls and I found a couple of dresses. This is Goodwill 3388. And that's for the dresses. Okay. All right. I'm still looking for financial services, Cash App, $30. Okay. Huh. All right. My life insurance came out on the 2nd, which was Friday. So let's see. That would have been $43.58. Okay. All right. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything else. Cash App, $45. Oh, that was for the cell phone bill. Okay. Laurenburg. Okay. I had to go out of town on Sunday for my dad's church service, and I did eat out, and that was $16.62. I stopped at Smithfield's because there was nothing else near the exit. And so that's what happened. The dogs got a bath today. So Mama and Gwen both got a bath. The girl comes to my house, and I'm going to live this best life. So that should say $167.30. Way more than I need to pay, but both the dogs got a bath today. The last time it was just Mama. All right, let me see what that leaves me over here. Make sure. 469. Okay. And right now, okay, let me check one more other place to make sure. What in the world? Okay. All right, let me see. That was on June the 2nd. I do not recommend waiting till the last minute to write this stuff down. I do not recommend it. Okay, 241.16 was a credit card payment. All right. Tuesday. Nope. I need to go back over here. Tithe. Jackson gave me 70, so I need to do $7. Pay this. View it. I want to take that from my checking account. Pay the things. Okay, that's done. Now let me go back and see where we live in. 228. Okay. Done. Now, this, no, 25. Pay. Jackson. This is for birthday. Okay. All right. I think that's everything for now. Let's go back and review and see to make sure I'm not forgetting something. All right. We'll go back up and see. All right. So everything that came in gives us a total of $3,964.18. $1,000 went to the mortgage. $121.39 went to the utilities. $93.44 to the water and sewer. $45 to my cell phone. $55 to the internet. Household miscellaneous was $37. Mr. Jerome, $120. My Roth IRA comes out at $75. My health wage gym is paid. I did taxes up to $30. Let me make sure, because I did get child support to see if I put money on Jackson's in his high school account. Why didn't I put money in that account? Let me think. What did I pay for? Brunch. So I was paying for brunch. So I didn't put the $50 in the high school account this month because I knew I was going to have to pay for brunch ahead of time. And so I put it on my credit card and then paid the $50 towards the credit card. That's why there's no money for the high school fund this first child support. Gotta keep it together, Shakima. Okay. Netflix came out at $21.34. The groceries are out. And y'all, I've been sticking to my groceries. I've been using my Dollar General coupons at the grocery store, and that saved me. And I also been sticking to my list of whatever Chat GPT gave me, and then using what we have in the fridge. Monthly preps, I actually stuck to my preps this month. The first week I spent $30 at Dollar General, and this week I spent $21.30 something, and I had the $1 and change in my purse. And so just loose change. So I stuck to my last $20 for my Dollar General, which I used my preps money for, and it worked out. Only had to eat out that one time. Personal care, $156.32. My life insurance was $43.58. So far, I've given Jackson $25 into his account. The dog's $167.30. Now, this month, Mama has to get her exam. I'm going to try to push it out as far in June as I can, to like the last of June, because I'll get paid. And so if I can push Mama out that far, then I should be good. I will have to get their flea meds. I don't have that yet because they had to get their baths. But once I do that, I'm good with the dogs till the end of the month when I get Mama all of her stuff for her checkup. Okay, moving down. I had $420 for the credit card. So far, I've paid $241.16. Gas, I took out $200. My car insurance, I did not put, that money is in there. I need to put that in. Okay, tomorrow is going to be the 8th. That money, I'm taking out $145. So 7, 8. Car insurance is $145. Will go into that car insurance fund. I got 164. I paid 17 in offering, and then the rest is going towards the car insurance for this month. That's how I'm making up for it with that money. I thought I would get the 288, which I could make up for last month, but I didn't get that. So I'm still playing catch up a little bit, but I'll get there. Tithe so far is $693. I'm at $692. We did offerings of $171. For the gift, $20. And then I transferred money out of the YouTube money from my main account to the business account at $126, giving us a total of $3,881.15 spent, leaving us with $83.03 left in that account. That's where it is. We're okay as long as there's a little bit of something in there, because sometimes you never know. I might have a bill that I forget about or something. I shouldn't be forgetting at this point, right? But I just want to make sure that I didn't forget anything. Public holiday. Okay. Well, good for y'all. I am on summer break, and I will be on summer break till I can't break anymore. Tomorrow I do have a dentist appointment to get a teeth cleaning. That should be free. No problem. I still have $27 on my flexible spending account. So I should be able to go and get a few more things for Jackson's first aid medicine kit for when he goes off to college, because that $27 will be helpful. But I was able to find alcohol pads and vitamin C and vitamin D and all the vitamin things that he might need that we had in reserve. It just, sometimes you need to go and look. I was putting up some of my Dollar General stuff. Hey, everybody. And I was looking because I was trying to make space, and I was like, dang, I didn't know I had all of this. So I pulled out different things to just put into his room, because we are now on get Jackson ready for college. That's the next thing on the list. He's not going till August 15th, but he's going to be ready when he gets there. He does have a roommate. The roommate is secure. So it's a young gentleman that he was in track with here. We don't know him. I don't know him personally, but Jackson knows him from track, and the little guy reached out to Jackson. So Jack did not have to find a roommate. The little guy asked him, and it's going to work out totally fine. So there that is. That's kind of the budget and where we are at the moment. We should be getting some more deposits coming in. I do have one credit card that I do have to pay off. I have a little bit in different discretionary funds that I can move over. I just try to let stuff clear. And once I see what's left, I'm going to go ahead actually and make I'm going to move some money from a different account, from my travel account, because I'm not traveling anywhere right now. And then I'll just pay that off from the credit card and let that be what it is, because I'm not traveling anywhere until, well, I'm not traveling right now. There's no travel plan for several weeks. We're fine with that. So I'll just move that money over. And like I said, towards the end of June, we're going to make up for it. We're going to have some, we're going to get on the front half. Right now, we still just playing catch up. But eventually, we're going to jump to the front of the line and not be playing catch up. We're going to be living from the front side of things. But there it is. Sometimes you have tight months. Sometimes you have unexpected things. Sometimes you have stellar months where, your income is holding steady. So far, thank you for all of you who have watched the videos. I actually made more in the month of May than I did in the month of April. So I made $185 in April. I think I'm like at 230 something for May. So I'm up $50. That helps all the way around. It helps to be able to make sure that all the business expenses are covered and I don't have to worry about that. And I do have about 10 videos that are in queue, ready to go out, and 2 videos that I'm still currently editing, with another video that I've got to start working on because I haven't started yet. It's been graduation week. I didn't even film the cook with me this morning. I had to cook so quick, I didn't even film it. I had to get it done because I started my Wegovy this morning. I started my first round, my first pill this morning, and it's been interesting, y'all. I felt a little kind of but I knew I was fasting till 11, and I actually didn't even close my fasting window until 3 o'clock today. I opened it at 3 and I closed it again at 6:30 because I ate a salad, and then sister had some pizza. No, we're not supposed to have pizza, but it was thin crust. So I had a few slices of that and I was done for the day. Do I really feel like I want to eat? Sure. I want to eat. Yes. But if you see behind me, I still have water to drink. I have 3 more bottles because I didn't even start my water till 3 o'clock because we were at church. Then I had to take Jackson to work. I had to go help a friend right after, then take Jackson to work. Then I met the girls at the Goodwill, and we just had stuff. Tomorrow, it will not be like that. I will eat my first meal at 11 o'clock, or closely thereafter. I have to take Jackson to work. Shamika has to go for an appointment. I'm going to the gym, and as soon as I get back from the gym, first meal. But it will still be 3 hours sooner than it was for me today. It was 4 hours later, and I only had a small window. I was not going to try to cram 1,500 calories into 3 hours. I couldn't justify that. But I didn't feel terrible. I could tell something was different in my system. And I think it's going to be good for me. This is the lowest dose, the 1.5 milligrams. This is the lowest, and we're just starting it. So I'm okay with the way things are. But anywho, y'all, you'll be getting more updates on that journey. I think I'm going to try to do those on Fridays. No, Saturdays. Say Saturdays. Friday or Saturday, just depending. Probably Saturday because that's the end of the week, which will get me through the week. So I did weigh this morning. I was 196.2. I was 196.2. That was up a pound and some from 194.6. So a pound and 6. right? But that was all of the graduation festivities and all the things. There's no more festivities and all the things. I tried on a dress today. It was a size 10. It fits nice, but it's snug. So if I lost about 10 pounds, that dress would fit. And it's the loft. It's a dress from the loft. I think it would be great. The only other thing I need to do is I need to find a really good bra. I know that's TMI, I'm sure, but the girls are hanging low, and I don't like that. I mean, it fits fine, but I don't know why they don't sit up nicer. Maybe I need a push up or something. I'm too busty, I think, for a push up. So I will have to find something that works. But when I look at my pictures, I just feel like my bra is a little bit low. I always want to cinch it up, and I think sometimes I want to tack it up, like sew it, right? But I am hopeful. Like I said, I need to lose about 19 pounds. 20 pounds would be more perfect. Go into the 175, it will be 21 pounds from this morning. So I'm going to weigh and just see. I'm going to write down all my information and just keep on after it. Tomorrow is chicken, tuna, shrimp, cauliflower rice. So I did all that really quickly this morning. Potatoes, got all my stuff cooked so that I can just start my week with meals prepped. But anywho, there that is. I got to go get Jackson from work. I hope this was helpful. I hope it's helpful to see the reality, right? Because for so long we were doing so good and we were so far ahead. That's just not where we are right now. I'm still praying that 1750 comes through July 1st. I don't know if it's going to or not, but my prayer is that it does, because it would really help jump me. It would definitely be able to fill up some things and then help me with some travel that I have going on later in the months, later in the summer. But we'll see. Prayerfully, all will be well. Hey, Bev, good to see y'all. So anywho, y'all, like the video, share, subscribe, do all the things, and we will see you guys next week for a budget video. I think tomorrow you're getting a grocery haul and a Dollar General haul. I think, if not, you're getting a clean with me. You're getting something. Some videos coming out tomorrow about 6:30, 7 o'clock, but you're getting it. Pray for me indeed that my body will not reject. And I will be well. Okay. Just pray for me for that. If you're a praying person, if you're praying against me, please do not pray. Ooh, don't pray for me. Okay. Gotta go, y'all. Love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by.